kind of how's this first week of practice been for you?
It's going great. You know the whole defense. Kind of second year. You know, you're used to things a lot now, so it's going great. It's getting better. Use this whole spring to get better. So,
how much different do you just feel now than you did this time a year ago?
A ton different. You know, I think confidence is probably the biggest one. Confidence is part of people's game. So. A lot more confidence now, so I feel good.
Are you playing mostly Mike, Will, both?
Mostly Mike.
What makes that a good fit for your skill set?
It's kind of like the leader of the defense. You know, you take charge out there, and you know, it fits right along with kind of what I played in high school. I ran a 3 linebacker system in high school, but kind of along the same principles.
You and CJ together, you were recruiting together for Ohio State. You said you guys are roommates.
Yep.
So you guys taking practice in the field. How much easier is it to be confident?
It is a lot. You know, like you said, we're roommates, so we know each other really well. So being out there and being together, you know, I have confidence in him. He's going to make the play, and he's confident in me.
You see Ryan and Tuesday talk about how this is a good spring for you and CJ. Does that kind of motivate you a little bit?
It does.
He's watching it.
Yes, sir.
Is it hard in year one to not be able to get out there and play on defense?
Yeah, I mean, it was different. You know, you're always used to being out there and in high school being kind of the main dude out there. But it helped me learning behind Tommy. Tommy's a great linebacker. You know, it helped me watching him. It's really improved my game.
Do you see like a long-term vision for like if I do these things, I can be that next Tommy Eichenberg here?
Yeah, definitely. You know, just take one step at a time and go by, keep going.
Okay, when you got here from Marysville, I'd imagine you had, you know, some thought about how early you could play. Probably the first thought is, man, how quickly can I get out there? When your perspective changes here, how does it change? Does it just become the word patience, or is there something different about the process to get to the field?
Patience and discipline. You know, at my high school, you know, we teach a lot about. We had a thing called the process. So when I got here, you know, my dad coached me all the way through, and he told me, you know, you gotta work for everything you earn. So you aren't promised nothing when you get here. So I didn't come in expecting, you know, I'm gonna be all this. I know I got to work my way, and so I've been working my way up.
But now that you're a year into it, how has your mentality changed now about the competitive nature, about that impetus to try to get out there, more snaps, contribute more? How does it change a year?
It changed a ton. You know, I think confidence is what I was saying before. Confidence is probably the biggest thing out there. You know, that from year 1 to year 2, my confidence has gone a lot higher. So with that confidence, it's helped me become a better player.
Is it easier to accept not being on the field your first year when you realize there's a lot of stuff you don't know?
Yeah. You know, it's still hard. Like I said, you want to go out there and play. That's what you came here to do, is play. But at the same time, you know that you got to work. You got to trust the process. So that's what I've been doing.
Not having Tommy out there is allowing you to get more reps. So I know obviously it's early, but what can this spring do for you without Tommy taking some of your reps?
Yes, just keep developing as a player, keep getting more confidence, and keep learning the plays, learning the whole defense.
What kind of leader is Cody?
He's a great leader. You know, we're always talking. You know, whenever I come off the field, he's helping me. You know, what I did wrong, what I could do better here. So everything, from fundamental technique down to each step, is we help each other out there.
You were the best player by far on the field. Did you have to, like, I don't know, it sounds stupid, but did you have to learn how to run?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely, you know, we talk, that's one of the things Coach kind of hit on when we first got here. Like, you guys were the main dogs on your high school team, but now, like, you got first-round picks, first-round talent in front of you, second-round talent in front of you. You know, this is Ohio State, so it was definitely a change, but I feel like I adapted to it well.
What's it like having James Laurinaitis coach you?
That's huge. He knows obviously so much about the game. Just in the little bit he's been here, I've learned so much from him.
Gabe, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm sure you've been asked all this stuff.
Yeah. Oh, no, you're good.
Just how different do you feel year 2 from year 1?
A lot different. That's what confidence is. My confidence is a lot higher now, so I can play with confidence and know that I can get my job done.
What was the adjustment like going from,
It was a big adjustment. You know, like you go from top dog down to, you know, working your way back up. Yeah. But I feel like my dad taught me really well about that. He
How
played
so?
college and stuff.
Okay.
He coached me all the way up.
Yeah.
So I had a good understanding coming in. You're not going to understand it all, but he taught me a lot. So it helped me big time when I got here.
Yeah, I mean, freshman, I was telling CJ, freshman here generally, it's a hard year.
Yeah.
Because adjusting to college generally, like every, 18-year-old does, but you've got the pressure of playing at Ohio State. People are like, what happened to Gabe Powers? Why, whatever.
Yeah.
How'd you deal with that kind of mentally?
You kind of toned it out. I know a lot of people, why aren't you on the field? Why aren't you this? Like, a lot of people don't see the work you have to put in outside of the game. A lot of people see what you do on Saturdays, but a lot of people don't see the work you have to put in outside of it, and the mental part of the game. It's more, this game is, when I got here, is more mental than it is physical. You got to know everything what you're doing, or
Yeah.
I don't care how talented you are, you ain't going to be good if you don't know what you're doing.
And where are you in that process of knowing the system?
This year, I've gotten a lot more confident.
So if you had to go out there, let's say there was a game this Saturday, how confident would you be?
I'd be pretty confident.
Okay.
What's the bigger adjustment? Like, is it mental? Is it physical? Is it saying, hey, I know I need to get bigger and stronger, but I also realize I don't know anything about football like I felt
Exactly.
like.
Exactly. What you said at the end, kind of, it's more mental. Go from high school. You have plays, but it was more like a blitz here or something. But here, it's a lot more technical. So the mental part of it was the biggest adjustment.
Does it make it easier to be patient for guys like you and CJ, knowing that home is right down the road and you can kind of withdraw mentally without having to?
Definitely. It definitely helps being, 40 minutes away from home. Whenever I want to, you can go back, but it definitely helps.
And knowing, go ahead.
What is the goal? You still have Tommy and Steele and Cody all here, right? In the fall, you kind of see the writing on the wall, how they're going to play a lot of snaps.
Yeah.
What is your goal for spring and for this redshirt freshman year?
For spring, just keep getting better. Keep learning the plays, keep getting better. But for the game, I'm always going to set my goals high. It's always going to be to play, to start, and definitely hit special teams a lot harder this year. I feel like I can get a lot of special teams. So.
And when you watch guys like Cody playing special teams and Taraja and those guys, I mean, that is a role that you can take advantage of.
Definitely.
Is that kind of where you're thinking your primary role might be this year?
I don't know. We're going to put in punt right now, so I mean, we'll see how that goes. But my full intention is go in there and play wherever I can. So.
Is there one thing you picked up from Laurinaitis just in the first couple of days? Anything?
There's been a lot, honestly. Just from this one practice, we talked about outside zones, how to take on blocks, how your footwork. He's helped us so much just in the little time he's been here. It shows a lot different.
You're too young to really remember him as a player, right?
I mean, I never physically saw him, but I've seen highlights.
Okay, so you knew when James Lauren that you knew the name and you knew.
Yeah.
So when he came here, how excited were you?
We were really excited. Really excited. I was really excited.
Did your dad talk about him to you a lot?
Yeah. My dad does talk about him a lot. Obviously, we've always grown up Ohio State fans, so he knew.
Right. Well, this is an age of transfer portal, and you can go anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
Was that ever a thought when you kind of look at the depth chart and go, well, if I wanted to play now, I could, play somewhere else?
I'm just focusing right on getting better and see how the spring goes. So I'm just working on, learning everything I can from guys in front of me and Coach Laurinaitis and learning the defense. So.
How different are you physically this year?
A lot different. A lot different. About just from last year to now, I'm about 10 pounds heavier, and like I said, confidence is a huge part of it. So like when I'm going out there, if I know what I'm doing, I can go out there and actually play.
What's your weight now?
235.
That's probably where you want to be, right?
I want to get a little heavier, but
really, 240 what?
240, 245.
Okay. But you don't want to do it too quickly. You want to do it
exactly.
the right way.
Exactly.
Okay.
I want to be that by probably fall camp. I want to be up to 240, 245.
Anything else interesting happening in your life?
None right now.
Nothing? How's school going?
Pretty good.
All right. Gabe, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Thank
you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
What's going on, Reese? Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
How you been doing?
Good, you?
How's spring? Yeah, doing well. Getting ready for spring break myself here this next week. But
Yeah.
how's the spring been these last few weeks? How's the off